let me make sure I got this right. So I know what my number one is. I know what my number two is. I know what my number three is. I know what my number four. So number five, it was almost. And now I remember he missed the list, but it's really tough because it could have been in my top five, or it wasn't making it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm damn man. Well, I gotta tell you where I left off. I left off Diddy's Off the Grid album. That album, I know, nasty motherfucker, weird ass nigga. And when I listen to some of the parts on this album, make me listen a little different. But
Yeah.
when you talk about one of the best curated R&B albums, like all the way, like just all the way traditional, like because Babyface did a great joint with all ladies and shit like that.
What was it, Ladies Night?
Girls Night Out was a
Yeah, there
great
you go.
project. But this one, more songs, more variety of artists, different sounds, all of that shit. And bro, a lot of these songs hit. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna look back at this. I might have to switch something by the time we finish this shit because I might have to put this back on my list. Now I'm talking about it, but the one that starts at my number five though is Travis Scott's Utopia. I had to go with that one just because same things I feel with that, and it's just a great curated, great variety of songs, all of that same shit, but just rap. You know what I'm saying? And bro, Travis get from beginning to end, it was a roller coaster, bro. It was a roller coaster of an album, and that's what I like about any type of thing I'm watching, whether it's TV, movies, going to an expect. I want to be
Take
an
me on a ride.
experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to enjoy it. You know, and from Hyena, crazy record, bro. Modern Jam, one of the best records of the year, bro. That's a fucking undeniable bop. You know what I'm saying? My Eyes, crazy great. Meltdown with Drake. Drake,
That was
come
so.
on. Come on, man. Come on, man. He still didn't go at Pusha, but he did cook Pete on that shit. Like that was nasty. He had
Yeah.
the meltdown. He had the meltdown. The NERD. I feel like he really do that. That's a hard chain, bro. But he probably did, petty motherfucker. But
Drake is
then
super petty too. We know
bro,
how he is.
to go from that to get your like radio rap record for that part, and then right after you get one of the other biggest songs of the year, Fiend with Playboy Cardi for your young niggas, bro. This motherfucker is having niggas at Paris level, you know what I'm saying, playbacks with this record at his concerts and shit. It ain't niggas in Paris, but dog, just to see these motherfuckers still go crazy after this motherfucker played it for the 10th time and they are still jumping, bro. I don't know if this video was real or not, but they were saying these motherfuckers was going so crazy at the Travis Scott concert that it was literally, I think they said it was like, oh, a 1.5. Don't quote me on it. I don't know.
Quick.
Yeah, like it felt like because of the ground shaking from the
Yeah.
stadium type shit. And you know Travis Scott concerts be packed. So I can, and if you've seen a video of them being lit to this joint, they going crazy to this record. I fucking love this record myself. It's a great energy type record, bro. And that's all Travis Scott is. And so is Playboy
Yeah.
Cardi. It's a great record, man. Then he got the Beyonce joint where it felt like it could have been on Beyonce album, but it was like, hey, I wanted to be on there, but I couldn't make it. So I got this record for you, B. Can you come be on my album?
Yeah.
She cooks on that joint. I know. Dope record. Topia Twins, Rob 49, 21 Savage. Circus Maximus is a dope record. I feel like this should have been the last weekend record we should have got from the weekend outside of the bullshit we got on that fucking Diddy album. And that's kind of might be the like little nitpick that I might have to go over because he was just this is the last weekend record of it. You know what I'm saying? That he's gonna be as the weekend. And I heard this shit, and you got the nerve to put fucking 21 Savage and fucking motherfucking what's his name? French Montana on this bullshit. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Are you kidding?
French is his man though. You know that.
But this is the weekend, bro.
Nah, you're right.
This is the weekend. I would have been low key, man, but all right, 21 Savage. All right, I maybe I he all right here and there when it comes to the little fake R&B features. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna make it terrible like a French, but
Yeah.
both of these, oh God,
Nah, yeah.
They doubled
Christ,
down.
dog. But this was a better record. Yeah, man, he had Paris. He had my boy. He had Dave Chappelle on here talking like sounding like motherfucking Elijah Muhammad on this motherfucking shit, bro. Like they be going to this motherfucker like spiritual teacher now. For this nigga's a comedian, bro. Like this is that shit that Malcolm X was talking about, bro. Like y'all go to fucking entertainers for fucking spiritual guidance and political guidance. Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
what they
But
listen.
fucking hilarious to me, bro. But Dave Chappelle's still my boy. Like, it's so many great songs, man. It's great stories. Like, Schizo was supposed to be lost forever for the most part. Like, he was supposed, like, West Side Gun was going to supposed to be on this joint. Apparently, I think the leaked record was this, and then they switched it around or whatever. But still, that we got West Side Gun on a Travis Scott record, and that shit was hard. Like, come on, this is just dope, man. The Cuddy record was dope. K-pop, it's okay. I'd rather it would just been okay if it was just him in the weekend. But like I said, man, from beginning to end, bro, the SZA and Future record is dope. The joint with James Blake and 21 Savage. James Blake and 21 Savage on a record together. If you would have told me that in 2009, I would have been like, who the
Nah.
fuck? A 21 what? Like, like, well, you definitely got to be from the future. Like,
Nah, yeah. A savage?
what? James Blake would never do something like that. Like,
And here we
and to
are,
see this,
2023.
bro, and that's why I go with the curation part of the album is like he just put so many different things together. Like him and where the fuck, like where the fuck Young Lean? Like, dude, I thought that nigga was like in some caves in Europe, bro. Like, nah, dog. Like, I gotta give it to him, man. He put together a great album, especially after all of the crazy shit he went through and such. You know what I'm saying? He sat back and did what he did best and just make great fucking music, bro. I don't know, to distract us, but great music nonetheless, though. You know, going on a great tour, all of that such is doing what it's supposed to do. Great predecessor to, you know what I'm saying, to the last album for sure. So that's in my top 5. And it's just replay value also. When I get into my top, replay value is it's replay value for a lot of them, but replay value is very high for my top 5.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
everything.
1000%. And with you saying that, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in with my number 5. I got Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz, Welcome to Collie Grove.
I'm not mad at that. I seen people having that in their tops for this year.
It was a really good project. Like, I kind of felt like I needed, like, all right, I already know what 2 Chainz is gonna do when it comes to these albums. And with saying that, like, it's no slight, you know. I think 2 Chainz is a good artist. He's really good, you know. But
You think Chainz peaked?
I don't know because his album right before this one, it wasn't that bad. So I think he just
What
stays
was that?
steady. I think he stays
The
Yeah.
go home,
steady.
the go to the league joint.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. What's the one before that one? Because it's
Rapper
not
Go
that
to the
he
League was cool. I think the one right, the Pretty Girls Love Trap was his last best album, I would say.
Yeah, that was
mm,
stacked.
no, I like the Dope Don't Sell Itself. Yeah, that was a really good album.
I'm about to go back to that one. I'm about
That
to go
was a
back.
really good album right there. Yeah, check that one out. That came out in 2022. That was definitely a really good album for me. But yeah, so like I said, with that being said, I think that 2 Chainz, we know we're gonna get for him. But sometimes when it comes to Wayne, I don't know what to expect from Wayne. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna get lazy Wayne or if I'm gonna get like top tier Wayne. And he
It was
definitely
a
came
fire
through.
feature year and a flop of an album after that.
Yo, for real, like he definitely like you said, fire feature year. Like we're getting to see that old Wayne like the way we like in the mid 2000s, you know, and
Mm.
late 2000s going into the 2010 era. But yeah, for sure, because he definitely came through on this album. He showed out with 2 Chainz. They had some great, you know, saying features on it. Of course, you know, when it comes to 21 Savage came through for them, you know, and Usher had a record. That Usher Transparency record, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I'm not just saying it just to say it, but I think Chris Brown would have sounded better on that record. I think that was more of a Chris Brown record.
It's the thing that, and not to even get to a random tangent, but it's a little thing that I've been picking up while I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson records lately. And if you ever listen to the reference record to "I Can't Help It" that Stevie has, it's on
Mm.
YouTube, and you listen to the final version, bro. Mike and Stevie is literally one of the greatest, if not top five greatest singers I've probably ever, what I'm saying, listened to, or just one of the greatest artists.
No,
But
for sure. Yeah,
you know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah. It's
Like
not even
a
just
lot of,
you, it's the
you know,
world.
a lot
Yeah.
of people don't put Mike in their top five singers. Singers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a fact.
when I hear this record, and bro, he literally cooks what Stevie did, bro. Like it sounds way more melodic, beautiful, like
Mm.
wavy. Like it's he just does something to it that, bro, it just hits different. And I just feel like that's probably a lot with a lot of his reference tracks wherever how it sounds before and where he gets on it, he puts his sauce on it, it just hits different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And some of these people reference singers and writers be amazing singers, bro. But Mike is just he just does something different. That's what I feel with Chris Brown. Like when he just puts that little twist on it. Usher still, I will put Usher over Chris Brown every day. You know what I'm saying? Pause. That sounds
Mm.
crazy. But still, I would, you know what I'm saying? Like I always choose Usher over Chris Brown when it comes to singing. But that record I heard, like, that's what I be saying when it comes to that
You
Mike
felt
shit.
Chris Brown. I think you guys
It
did
just he
say that
put
on a
that
different
little,
bars off too.
yeah, like he puts that little different riff, or it just makes it sound a little bit more wavy and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just he just knows how to do it better for the youth. You know what I'm saying? How they like their ears is trained to hear some music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Usher is more of the, not saying yesteryear, but because he can still make bops today.
Yeah, he
You know what
can.
I'm saying? But it's just Chris just it hits different, bro. Like,
I mean,
man,
shit, we're
it's
here
different.
2024 and we're hoping that we're gonna get this album from after Super Bowl. So hopefully, what, February, maybe March.
Right. He been putting out a lot of great singles, man.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
but I just for me it just sounded more like a Chris Brown song. Like it
it
sounded
did.
more for his style. So
It did.
but it's still a great record, Fab came through, showed out with the record PPA, then they had of course Benny the Butcher with the Oprah and Gail song. Like that was one of the top songs like of this not only this album, but that was like a great song for the year. I think I left that off of my
Yeah.
top favorite songs for 2023, but I'm gonna throw that
Fuck
out there
Oprah and
too.
Gail though.
No, yeah, for sure.
I still fuck Gail though.
He had Vori on this album with Godzilla. He had a Rick Ross come through, saying can't believe you. So shout out to him. And then, of course they closed it out with one of the goddesses, Marsha Ambrosius. Like so solid project, 21 tracks, 57 minutes and 48 seconds. So no, not bad at all. It was a late release in the year for came on in November, but like Ari you had just said a little while ago, my top five is more about what I've listened to a lot, like throughout the year. And I know this album, even though it came in so late, I listened to a lot more at the end of this year, like than I've listened to a lot of other
And
projects.
that's I think that's strong when you gotta when people have been accustomed and sat with a lot of albums over the years, over
Mm-hmm.
the year, and you come in the fourth quarter post to just to drop an album and it still be like that's I gotta give them some credit for that. At least for
Mm-hmm.
whoever, say puts it in there, like that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, man. So what you got, Dan?
I got We Buy Diabetic Test Strips, Arm and Hammer,
Shout out to them,
53
bro.
minutes.
Mm.
Billy
That
with the
album been
Lucid.
getting so much love this year, man. So fucking much love. I
Yeah,
heard
they
niggas
broke out
saying
this year
that
for sure.
niggas say that Hope was trying to sound like doing his best Arm& Hammer impersonation on the new D'Angelo record with him. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
I ain't even hear it yet, but
Yeah.
to hear somebody even say that was funny as shit.
that
And I
is
Yeah.
know Hope is
hilarious.
probably listening to all of that type of shit.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't listen
That
to the
I
record
never
either.
believe his fucking end of the year playlist. I do not believe that's his
Mm-mm-mm.
real playlist. Like, get the fuck out
Obama's
of
or
here.
Jay-Z's.
Like, get the fuck out of here. But
Nah, I believe
I'll be
Obama's.
listening to
Come
that
on.
type shit.
Yeah, I skimmed through to try to hear Jay-Z's verse, and he's just like talking very low. I'm like, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this. I'm not.
Yeah.
Damn
Nine
it.
minutes.
Jay-Z and D'Angelo, y'all are literally 20 years late, bro. Like
Yo, see? It's the same thing like if Nas does a Primo album. Like, all right,
25
bro.
years late if you really, really want to be real.
Like
Like
Yeah.
90s you
y'all
took in?
way late,
You talking
bro.
about
Wait.
that should have been done in the 90s?
Meth already did that, Body did, y'all late, nigga. Fuck out of here, bro. Like,
Yeah.
But no, I got to go back and listen to that joint again, man. Like him, Mike, that whole little pocket. That I remember like bringing them up on the podcast. It was like 2022 when I seen that Alchemist had did the project with them with the pig and shit, and I was just like, yo, this
Yeah,
is
Haram.
different. This some different shit. I don't
Mhm.
know who these niggas Alchemist got, but this Will nigga is different, bro. I don't know what these niggas like. These niggas is different, bro. I don't know if I like it or not, but it's different, bro. I swear, and this one I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know if I like it or not.
Is
You know what
that
I'm
one of
saying?
those moments where you're supposed to, when you question yourself, like, am I supposed to like it though?
I don't. That's a good thing though. That's a good thing
It's like
because
Yeah.
it's
it's like the
fresh.
Kanye thing you said.
You
Hmm.
know,
Love
like
it.
you know what I mean. People like during like different pockets of rock when they first heard some group that did fucking I don't whatever type of new metal or new sound.
Hmm.
What the fuck is this? Like I don't know if this shit is hard, but it's definitely different than what we usually hear. Somebody might be dancing to it. Somebody might be saying boo. Like, I don't know where to stand with this shit, but I'm gonna keep watching it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's where I won't be outright talking like, hey, this shit, but I'm still watching. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Yeah.
been paying attention to what they've been doing like for these past couple years. So it's good to see where they at right now, bro. It's really good to see where they at right now. Yeah, so to bring
Yep.
it to me, man, number 4.
Oh shit, number 4.
Yeah, man. Whew, it's getting there, man. Make sure I look at my joint permission. Mm. All right, so yeah, number 4 is going to be where is it? F65 by IDK.
Mm.
Same thing,
Mm.
bro. Amazing project, bro. Variety of records. You get trappy records, ass shaking records, introspective records, jazz records. Like, dog is everywhere, and all of it is wavy, bro. All of it is dope. He's talking about some dope shit. His record, Mr. Policeman, is an amazing record. Starts the shit with the Boosie, getting pulled over by the cops and shit. You know what I'm saying? Video. Like it's so much great shit in this project, bro. And like it just continuously shows that IDK is probably one of the most underrated artists, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
of this current generation, bro. Like he has so much great work out here that's just not getting enough credit. But this album right here, bro, dog, from Superwoman with Music Soul Child, Still Your Man, fucking Radioactive, Pinot Noir, I said Mr. Policeman, Salty, Thug Tear, Pit Stop. Pit Stop goes crazy. Like it's a lot of great records on here. It's a vibe. You could just put the shit on from beginning to end and it just kind of just runs through, bro. It really just runs through. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that joint, man. One of my favorite projects that came out this year for sure.
Yeah. He's always solid.
Yeah, and he knows
Yeah.
like a good formula of making good music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's some people that just has a good formula. Like some people they gotta kind of try this or try like when you already just like I said a fan of so much shit, bro. You just
Yeah.
kind of just comes all natural with the great formula of making music.
Yeah, he listens to everything because he shouted out MF Doom on the Talib Kweli podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think
He had the
Grasscamp
MF
also
Doom
was somebody
feature.
else, but
He had the MF
yeah,
Doom
that
feature.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
That's
talked about all that
when I
too.
seen that shit, I was like, who dude? Like what the electronica? What like what the fuck? Picture?
Wasn't that also Jay Electronica on the record?
Yeah, I think it was like him,
Yeah,
West
I
Side,
remember
and
that
Jay
one.
Electronica. Red
Yeah,
Room, that's what it was called. I was like,
there we
whoa,
go.
he got Benny on this shit. How do you go from Music Soul Child to fucking Fat Trail to Saucy Santana to Benny the Butcher to like what the fuck, bro? Like it's range. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's definitely
Range,
range.
range,
From
bro.
Washington, right?
Mm.
Hmm?
He's from Washington. Where's he from?
I think he is.
I
No,
think that's what I remember. I'm not sure though.
Mm.
but yeah, nah, dude is a great artist, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
Mm.
this is one of my favorite projects right here.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's go. Number 4 for me, I got 38 Special and Conway the Machine with Special Machinery. We kind of already was touching on it a little while
I don't
ago.
know, but what's your favorite Conway verse?
Off of this album, I don't. I don't know.
I don't have, bro. I don't have, yo. None of the Conway verses hit for me, bro.
Mm.
Like I
At
really,
least
like I
in
don't understand.
comparison to what 38 was saying.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. It
Hmm.
like
was not like
38 Punch
Conway
Game
like
is
shit the bed, but 38 Special was just
dog.
murking every track, bro.
Those like
Hmm.
his
For
knuckles
no
had to be
reason,
bleeding after all of the punches he was landing, bro.
bro.
Swear to God, dog. Like it's insane. And also he dropped a project prior to that. The Gunsmoke shit was dope too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
baby,
Like,
big go.
yeah, so it's like
Yeah, I think that's
Son
one big
is
go.
like for him to
They were
and
all short. The other two were really short. This is like the most
yeah,
full length
you know,
38 Special album.
he's the only person I'm cool with that because he
Yeah,
is
no, I'm fine with it. I'm just
label
saying it was kind of
head,
short though. Yeah.
producer, and rapper and father. Like, you
Hmm.
got it, bro. You got it. Like, you trying to break artists, break your own self as an artist, like break a label. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing a lot, so I can see why you pop in and pop out when you can.
Yeah, and Special man, like I said, he cooked Conway throughout this whole entire album. I want to say shout out to Imani though. He came through in a feature with Made Bosses. Imani vocally is amazing, amazing singer, yo. I think he's another
Yeah,
one of those singers who doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, he's
Like,
been here forever.
like those BJ Chicago kids.
yes,
He's in
definitely,
that ballpark with a lot of those guys and shit. That
definitely.
mhm.
Like, do you put Eric Bellinger in there?
Yeah, yes. But you
Mm,
know, reason why he is the problem of your pen is so great that it sounds better with other artists.
mm,
So when you make a song, it may be just good, but when you give it to Chris Brown, like we said, it becomes a fucking banger, like
mm.
loyal. Like,
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
you know what's crazy though? At one point, I did have Anderson .Paak in that pocket with them too, but he finally broke out, and and the rest is history now for him. Like,
Yeah,
like
I
so,
agree with you there.
but
Like
yeah, like,
he was like how I felt about IDK. It
mm,
was like it's so many great projects, but it's just like why is it not just hitting that
mm-hmm,
crossover or that mainstream success? Like if it was on there, it would be an
Yeah,
amazing
it's already
global
there.
mm-hmm,
album. You know what I'm saying? Like this album
Yeah,
had major push, bro. This will be a global success.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I felt about Anderson .Paak, like from Venice, Malibu, Ventura, like dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my God, bro. He was dropping so many bangers. And you'll see him on video games, commercials, shit
mm-hmm,
like that. Cause that's where they gotta do real shit to kind of like get their shit out there still.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you'll find it another way, which I commend. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
No, yeah, I respect the hustle.
But I will say, because I had to kind of push back it on it when I was first like, oh no, Anderson .Paak been like, but nah, when he got with Bruno,
It
it
was
was
just another
different.
stratosphere for
It was
him.
different. And he even said, but that man had me stop smoking for a year to train my vocals to like really. And he was like, yo, for a nigga to stop smoking to really like really, this nigga from Cali too. Like you telling a nigga from Cali to stop smoking? To what? Well, hold on. I thought I could sing a little bit already. What you trying to like?
Like,
But
what you
nah,
talking about,
man.
cuz? You tripping.
Ew, for real, man. But nah, son, they definitely did that, man. Definitely did that.
Yeah,
the
man.
one
And
thing I'll say though, Pharoah Monch not having a verse still pisses me
oh
off.
my God.
The
Yo.
singing's good. Pharaoh does the singing well every time he does it,
Yeah.
but just give me 8 bars. Just say something, you know.
Yeah.
He really in this old teacher like vibes right now. You know
He's
what
in
I'm
his
saying? Like,
sensei vibe. He's like,
yeah,
he's
senpai.
the
Like,
senpai.
yeah, bro. Like, it's where he feel like, cause he really just be like, he be outside, but he low key like, I don't know.
No
I don't
pun
want to say like,
intended. No pun intended.
yo, yeah, but he be like on like how 103,000 is, bro. Like, I'm just kind of like just one of them like we should kind of know these
Well,
guys are going to be like this from the music, like that they were going
no,
to
but
kind
his
of
last
like,
album was 2 years ago, so he had an album 2 years ago.
Yeah.
yeah, but he's he's a, I'm gonna say Andre's not a lyricist. I'm not gonna ever say that. But when you talk about
Well,
work
they're in the
ethic,
same level.
yeah, but I'll say work ethic is what what I'm saying. What
Yeah.
push what I'm
Well,
saying
yeah, because
separates.
Pharoah Monch takes like 3, 4 years to make an album. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And at least he has albums. But yeah.
he has a classic solo rap album.
Yeah.
Like But that's neither here nor there, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Okay,
Vermont.
wait.
I was gonna
So
say
which one's
too.
the
Another
classic?
dope. I mean, we not. He doesn't never get credit for his rapping and singing too. He doesn't. I feel like a lot of people don't give him credit for
Yeah.
being one of those
No,
dudes that was
because
really dope
Drake
with that
invented
shit.
singing, bro. Drake invented singing and rapping. That's what people think when you're like 25 years old and younger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But wait,
But,
what's the Pharaoh classic? To me, it's Desire.
Damn, bro.
mm,
His classic. I know some classic verses. Mm. I gotta go. We go to his album real quick.
yeah, that's what I'm doing too.
Damn, son, you just caught me off guard with that shit.
Yeah.
Look,
You
I thought
said
you guys were talking about
Desire.
that. I think Desire's my classic. It's got mad range. Got the singers in the back. Alchemist on that Desire track on track 2. That shit is hard.
Because
Oh, this was my.
I think Desire and Eternal Affairs is a classic for me.
Internal Affairs is just under that. I wouldn't call it a classic,
Well,
but
for
I'm
I
not
me,
had
mad
to
at it
I have to
because
live with it a
it's
little
pretty.
longer because that only came out in 2018. But for me right now, yeah, I would say those are his classics for me.
was
Yeah,
nostalgia for me. For me, because when I was like getting my hip hop consciousness and shit, like so,
bro.
the truth with Common and Talib Kweli, like I
You
was a
got
big
MOP, you got
yeah
Cannabis. Like,
MOP, like
Hmm.
it's, and
what
then you
more do
got the
you need,
Simon
bro?
Says remix was like, come on, dog, like it's
You
a lot
Method
of good
Man,
joy.
Lazy
The
Luck.
Colonel Affairs is it's a good album, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin Apple, bro. She really be putting me on to a lot of this shit, dog. For real, for real. She's a DJ, so she be having a lot of these. She just be sending me playlists and making
Mm.
playlists for me, or you know what I'm saying, back or just having conversations about albums and shit, bro. Yeah, Pharoah Monch. This and
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right,
Mm-hmm.
man. So what was we
I'm
doing?
number 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what you got?
Number
Oh yeah,
4.
before you say number 4, I also wanted to say something too about the whole Fair March and special. Shout out to Che too, coming through and killing that
Yeah.
track too, man. Like yo,
Oh yeah.
that's what made me kind of mad that's what made me even more mad that I didn't have a Fair March verse on it because you had her come through and eat food the way she did, and then we don't get a Pharaoh verse like that
Oh,
had
come on.
me pissed.
Conway, Special, Che Noir, and Pharaoh. Come
Like,
on, man.
bro,
Come
that
on.
I needed to,
I don't
that's why.
care. I don't care if the song is 7 minutes long. Just give me a verse.
Yeah, facts,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, so
Forget the fucking hook. Just do verses.
yeah, man, you can't call her up for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, call him up for
Yeah,
that when you know when you got all these people there. And like we always saying too, Special definitely ate food on this whole entire album too. So hearing Che Noir coming through and just doing what she did, she outshined Conway on that shit. Like she cooked on that track, bro. No cap. That's probably my favorite song off that album.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so
Um,
Dan, what you got for number 4? I just wanted to get that off real quick.
number 4, not on purpose. Director's cut 4, Ransom Craven. I
Mm.
mean, bro, just every bar, just
Shay cooked on that shit too.
bro. Yeah, I mean, he had a couple features as usual on the director's cut. Rome wasn't on this one though. He was on the last one. But yeah, everybody else
Love the
came through
song
also,
titles for this one. I love
bro.
the song titles for this one. War
But
Dogs
just
is
the
such a
whole
slept on movie, bro. Like I be asking
yeah,
people, "You ever seen?" it?" They're like, "No." I'll be like, "What? Like what the fuck?" That's such a slept on movie, bro. That's what I
yeah.
love
But like
about.
you said about the song too, so that song is definitely top 5, top 10 rap songs of the year. What if?
Mm-hmm.
Was it? What if? Right? Who am I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. They live. Yeah,
yeah. They live. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's
Talib
great.
go crazy on Minority Report. Like it
Yeah,
was.
Talib came through, man. I wasn't mad
I've
at
been
that.
liking his feature run on the low lately. Like he been cooking some records, man.
Who Talib?
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
low, he been cooking some features.
He should
Ta-
stick to rapping and not IG.
Hey,
Rapping and potting because he has an
I stopped
amazing
following
pod.
a lot of that
Oh,
shit a while ago.
the
He be
pod, the
going
pod is
crazy.
great. The pod's great.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no
what he
one's
should
gonna
stick to doing.
give him
Rapping and
flack for that.
potting. Because he definitely be going off on his pod. Like I love his pod. Like and not going off in a bad way either. Like he be
Yeah,
having some dope conversations with his interviewers, like what the people he interviewing.
for sure. Still
Yeah.
doing it too. It's like 4 years already for the pod.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
So what
People
else you gotta
first.
Crazy.
say about that album, Dan?
No, I mean, Star just cut 4. That's more what you want. And some Craven. Shout out to Craven. Still working hard. Craven is really nice with the beats, man.
That across
Like
105th
it,
Street
it,
is.
it's it sounds like it's a loop, but he really splices the shit down, like even the smaller chops.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
So I mean, if you hear it, you'll understand that he's not just like looping shit, So
mm.
yeah, so just waiting for
That's
that to come
hard, bro.
5, I guess. Facts.
All right, man. But you got there, Ari, number
Top
three,
three,
top three. Oh shit.
top three.
Here we go, man.
Shit getting real.
I know this shit like by heart, bro. Like these been the albums that just been circulating, like these been I family dinner, bro.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
Already
I've been
got
saying, they
already
friends.
got 3 R&B albums in his top three.
mm,
Nah, but yes, in the same part. Like these are more alternative rap joints. So it's like
mm,
it's Mixy Boys, you know what I'm saying? But
Boys.
I got Mixy Boys, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At three I got K Tremine, Amine K Trinata. That album was just fucking amazing from top to bottom, bro.
mm,
Vibes, like that Freddie Gibbs verse on there, you know what I'm
mm,
saying? Let's talk about it. Cooked on that shit. Bro, it's not enough I can say about this album. Like I said, I need more people. I'm ready to see what the next K Tronada, you know what I'm saying, feature album is gonna be. Then this made me more of a fan of Amina. I didn't really listen to Amina like that before this.
mm,
And this made me more of a fan of him after that. I could see why I like a lot of people been like, oh no, he's another artist that's been slept on for a little while.
yeah.
Like my man Sue, he been telling me about Amina, but this was the one, bro. Like who he is, great intro, bro. Then you start they say you follow up with Let's Talk About It with Freddie. Then you follow up with the single record Forever, which was dope. West Side was dope. Master P, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dope records. Rebuke is one of my favorite, like little cool, chill, smooth records of the year. Sauce Up, if you talking about you know what I'm saying, little you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to call it like Afro. It's a little more turned up Afro beat shit or more soca type energy. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. I K. Like it's from like I said, from beginning to end. That album had me, you know what I'm saying, enjoying it to this day, bro. To this day.
Mm,
Gotta
Nice.
man. This album, not even just like for me being on favoritism, this joint definitely hit a lot of, you know what I'm saying, top, you know what I'm saying, joints on a
Yeah,
lot
no,
of
people talk about that shit a
platforms too. I
lot.
was like, oh, yo, this is okay. I thought I was just, you know what I'm saying, having fun with this album in my little pocket, but this joint really starting to get some real movement and shit. So
mm-hmm.
hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Mina and K Tronada can really capitalize off the success of this album.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, so number three for me, I got the homie Mob Trey coming in at number three with his album Dawn 3. Um, like I said, man, this album I probably listened to probably the most this whole entire year besides Nas. Like this album right here from beginning to end, like you have the intro coming with Dawn, him coming through just like yo, no cap. Trey deserves to be like spoken about with some of the elites when you really break down some of his bars and his schemes and his patterns and like yo, my guy, yo. So shout out to my homie Don, you know what I'm saying? A
That's what's
big
up.
fan of the other podcasts and everything like that too. And then continuing on with his records, Ruler, Uptown made one of my favorite records of the year, along with his song Glory, which is one of my favorite songs that came out of 2023. Please, he had these ladies come through Paradox, and I don't want to mispronounce the lady name. But yeah, so they came through, they did their thing on that one. Reason is another dope ass song for me. So throughout this whole entire album, dope ass project. Terrence Mack, B Mason, PDK, D Birch, Dreaded Blaze. Like these are just some of the people that he had on this album. So I want to give them more shout outs and everything. And I can't wait to see what Trey has coming through. Coming up for 2024. He just released a new song actually over the weekend, and that's a pretty good hit too. Like, no, not even pretty good. It's a really good fucking joint for me. Like, it's featuring his man Kadeem too. So I think whenever they two get together too, they be cooking on tracks too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
send
man.
me
So,
that shit. Send me that shit.
yeah, I definitely will, man. Yeah, so shout out to Mob Trey, shout out to Don 3. Go check that album out, download it, buy it, stream it, whatever you gotta do, man. Just run the numbers up for the homie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. What you got, Dan?
It's that time. Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
The Patience, Mick Jenkins.
Okay.
That shit was just hard as fuck, bro. from beginning to end. That shit was just, and he's always got good videos. That's what I really appreciate about him. His video, I don't know if he does them himself or like has the idea for them, but his videos are always good too.
Mm,
But yeah, I think this is my favorite Mick Jenkins project. His
mm,
fourth album, but yeah, so far it's definitely my favorite Mick Jenkins project. Like, I can't there was a short album too. I think it was like 28.
Oh, Mick
mm,
Jenkins. I remember
Yeah, and
that.
you got the features.
Yeah.
When Freddie gives back to back to Benny the Butcher,
mm,
back to back tracks.
Yeah,
That
that
was slick.
project
I
was
like that.
good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Smoke break. Yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, this was a good project.
Yeah, Vic
mm.
Mensa, everybody's on the shit.
Yeah, yeah, that was a really good album too. That definitely
Yeah,
made my honorable mentions for me.
yeah. No, that shit hard as fuck. So I'm
Mm.
waiting to see what he does next. I think this is like his best album overall. So see
Like
what
guys
happens.
like him and Denzel Curry don't get a lot of credit for
Oh
like
yeah.
how they progressed over these years, yo.
Mm.
Like these dudes have definitely like I don't want to say like Denzel Curry
I
definitely
hear
switched
way
his
more
shit up a
about
lot.
Denzel than I do Mick. Mick from his mixtape, and when he's in the water, I've heard a lot about that.
That
But
was a good
Denzel had
one.
like a 2, 3 album run where like people were on it a lot, from what
Mm-hmm.
I saw. So
Mm.
yeah, but you're right
But
too.
coming where he came from Raider Clan era, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
he came a long way.
yeah, that's true too.
To go from there to like the mental out, like yeah, it's a very big rate. But nah, I love it though. I love that shit. That's what artistry is about. You know what I'm saying? So for number two, for me, man, going with my boy Tizo Touchdown.
Mm.
Is How Do You Sleep at Night, man? You debuted album. This dude, yo, it's out for the biggest credit I can give to him is this dude is for what like Prince did for his first album and the impact of like what the fuck and who the fuck and damn this shit is actually good type shit. Like that's what Tizo did for this album for me, where it was
Mm.
so many different sounds, so many different stories, like different vibes that I'm not hearing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it's like if Playboy Cardi is like metal of this
Mm.
type sound, Tizo is the punk sound of this rap,
That makes sense.
rap rock shit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why I can. I mean, I like metal. I like metal, but I'm more of a punk
Punk.
guy anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's why I kind of gravitated to a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But this dude definitely gives you range for, like I said, gives you the punk shit. He gives you, you know what I'm saying, rapping, but it's not in your, you know what I'm saying, traditional shit. Is more, you know what I'm saying, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? This the what's the one record? Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Where he's breaking down like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get out the hood and you know what I'm saying, being in different neighborhood, but he's still being, you know what I'm saying, like a better term, what's the word? Discriminated against type shit like that. Different stories and shit in different neighborhoods and shit, but he's rapping. You know what I'm saying? But then he got songs that he's singing on and got dope R&B records where it'll be part rock, then it'll just go into a straight R&B record. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But I like this shit, dog. Like, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's just like, so for the sense of impact and like, you know what I'm saying, some new, fresh shit, replay value, great songs, he made my number two, man. This dude is he's definitely got the ceiling is so high for that guy, and he dropped three more songs on there for like a little fake deluxe and shit, and them joints is hard too. I'm like, what the fuck, yo, this motherfucker don't miss. Like, it's just he don't miss, man. Don't miss, like.
I've heard a lot of good things about Tizo Touchdown too, and that's what
Mhm.
made me go search him up. Because even another one of our guests who was on the podcast recently, Vic, he had got into a little discrepancy, you could say, with him on Twitter and shit like that. So,
Uh,
and then when he mentioned to me, he mentioned it to me, and I was like, oh, where? I was like, let me go check the homie out because I don't really know who he is either, right? I was like, yo,
yeah.
he's not that bad. I'm like, I
I
fuck
don't
with
even
him.
remember him from the video. Remember the video back in the day? You seen the one kid with the nails in his head, and he had the little. He was like something, you sucker. It was kind of like some Trinidad James type shit. Do you
Mm.
remember that video?
No.
I remember that shit. I just like, who the fuck is this kid? It came out
Mm.
like probably maybe like 3 years ago, probably,
Mm.
but like maybe like right before COVID or during COVID, around that time. But long story short, like, who the fuck is this kid with these fucking nails in his head, yo? Like,
Mm.
is that safe? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't hear much shit after that. You know what I'm saying? I just really didn't follow it, but then I started seeing him pop up on Tyler Records. I mean, then what I'm saying, I
Yeah,
seen him on fucking Yachty shit, and then what I'm saying, fucking what's his name, Travis. Then I was like, yo, this
yeah.
nigga type, all right, whoever this nigga is, he type all right. Cause I
Yeah,
ain't
he
really know
getting
his name
around. He
yet.
getting around.
I ain't really know his name until the fucking Yachty. I mean, to the what's his name? Travis joint, for real, because I just was just listening to the shit. You know what I'm saying? I knew what
Mhm.
the song was. I heard another dude on here, and I was like, oh, the song is still just a vibe. So didn't really look at it. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen that he was coming out with his album, I was like, shit, I'm gonna check this shit out, bro. And
Mhm.
I was expectations exceeded for
Mhm.
sure. And
That's
I'm saying,
good.
so shout out to him, man. Shout out to Tizo Touchdown.
All right, man. Number two for me, we got Killer Mike with Michael, man. Um,
Deserved.
definitely well deserved. Definitely well deserved for even his Grammy nomination.
Yep.
Hopefully they can find a way to split this record between him and Nas.
Oh
Um
God, yo, ain't that some bullshit?
but no, definitely a great album from top to bottom. I've already come to expect this when it comes to Killer Mike as an MC,
Yeah,
especially with his run with Run the Jewels, no pun, but they've been cooking for years, and Killer Mike has just been one of those people, like if you're familiar with the earlier Dungeon family, you know what I'm saying, back in the 2000 eras, you know what I'm saying, like early 2000s, late 90s, whatever the case may be. All of those guys down there have all been amazing with their craft, from Outkast to Killer Mike to fucking to CeeLo Green, to everybody
yeah.
who's been affiliated from that camp, so just seeing
Future.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, everybody, that fucking tree is big. That,
Killer
that
Mike showed his rank. He showed what time it was when he dropped rap album. Like he showed niggas like, yo,
yeah,
I'm not just a background dude from the Dungeon family. I cook shit. Like,
yeah.
and then he went on that run with Run the Jewels. That
Hmm.
pun intended with this time.
Yeah, so top to bottom, great album.
Mhm.
It's got some huge features on this one. Of course, my girl, once again, Aaron Allen Kane is on this album.
Mhm.
Featured with the same song with Black, who's another one of my favorite artists who made my top five
Yes.
R&B albums of the year. With Since I Had a Lover, I really love that album. I really love that album, bro. Especially the title track too.
It's some. I got some records that I like on there,
Like
but
Tit for Tat, like there's some
like
bangers on that joint.
B4L, like some joints on
Yeah,
there. Some joints on
yeah.
there.
So yeah, of course, he had Thug on there on this record right here. So shout out to Thug, Free Thugger. He had Jagged Edge, which is a pleasant surprise for me. I
Real
didn't
Atlanta
expect
shit
that.
on this joint. Real
Yeah,
Atlanta
for
shit.
real. Mm-hmm.
I fucked with it.
Then of course he had Aaron Allen King come through again on the Scientists and Engineers joint with Future and Andre. So yeah, shout out to them once again. Ty
One of
Dolla
the best
Sign.
constructed records
Mm-hmm.
of the year. Like the construction of that record was amazing. The beat switch ups.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody had like a beat for their style. You know what I'm saying? Three K cooked on that shit. I don't give a fuck what niggas say.
He cooked, but I don't know about it was verse of the year. That's what I only
I ain't say all of
No,
that.
I'm just saying that's what the argument with the whole world is.
It's up
Oh,
there
it's
though.
up
Like,
there.
it's
It
up
could be
there.
up
It's
there,
up
but
there.
it's up
It's
there.
an argument. It's an argument. I will say.
Yeah. Also,
Them pockets, boy.
shout out to Cash Page, Currency, Two Chains, Blast,
Mhm.
50. This was a great project, like I said, once again.
Future
Um,
feature King Blast, talk that shit.
yeah, no, Blast has been on a run too.
That's my he is the T Pain of the future. I'm telling you.
Yo, I'm not mad at that statement. I'm not mad at that statement.
He cooks every fucking hook he's on, bro.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. So yeah, so shout out to Killer Mike, shout out to Michael. Like I said, good luck to you, my brother, in the Grammys.
Do you think if it was like when he sends it like to different like countries, it's like just Michael in different languages?
Hmm.
This is like
That's funny.
Miguel and like different, yeah,
Mikal.
Michelangelo or some shit. I don't know. Like that
Nah,
shit had me crying, bro.
sending
I
it
would do
to
that shit on the low. Like I
sending
would.
it to South America and having that shit named Jorge.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
telling you, bro. All different variations of the name Michael, bro. We taking this shit global, baby. Like
Oh
But now
man, that's
let's
funny.
see what we got for number two, Dad. Let's
Damn, what's
go.
good, bro?
We in them waters now.
This was my number one album all
Oh no, yeah,
year
we number. No,
No,
you
number
doing number
two.
two?
until
Number two, number two,
until
number two.
my number one album came out.
It was your number one.
Oh.
Yeah, like I played like this is my second most played album of the year. Like I run this shit, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 times less than the number one album. Because I ran
If
these
it
two
was a
albums down to the
CD, it would
gold.
have multiple scratches on it at this point in this
Mm.
Bro,
thing, y'all.
only if you have the wax CD player
Yeah.
and you stumble on
I had the wax
it.
CD player, y'all. I'm
You
legit.
had to you had to upgrade after that because it was like fuck, I can't be buying more
I was
CDs.
like 12.
Yeah, the non-skip
When
joints was
MP3
the
players
best.
came out,
Mhm.
I was out of here,
Oh
baby.
yeah, you remember the little ones that used to look like the little fucking yo, my
Plug in,
nigga.
baby.
The mini disc,
Mhm.
I was out of
Yes.
here. No more.
mini
Oh
disc was
shit.
fine. Yeah, that was the best. But yeah,
Uh,
so the album is "Scaring the Hoes."
talk.
Mm.
Bro, that's there's I have so much fun listening to this album every time I play it, bro. It's so
I'm glad you
infectious, man.
started saying that. I'm so happy you started saying that because that's the biggest part of that album. It's
It's
a
just
fun
so they're
fucking
just
album.
having fun, bro. Yo, Danny Brown. That's like you got the Danny Brown on that album. Then
Mm-hmm.
you got him in Quantum or whatever, more serious and shit. So you got the duality of Danny Brown in the same year. But
Facts.
JPEG, I don't understand how this guy makes those beats, bro. This guy used Milkshake in the beginning of one of the songs, and I'm like, and I'm saying this shit when I'm listening to the song. That's how good this guy produces this fucking beats, bro.
Mm.
Every bro,
Then
even the
it
huh?
literally goes 180 to this like
It's like 150 BPM or some shit. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? This is insane. And
it's like
there's
I'm in a computer glitch, bro. I
yo,
swear to
legit,
God. Yeah.
legit. And in one of the songs at the end, like last 15 seconds, there's just this ill like fucking sample he plays out. Oh my god, bro, this album is just
Yes.
fire from beginning to end.
I
The
don't know why
DLC
he
track is
does
fire
that. I
too.
think I don't know why certain producers do that. They'll give you the clean fire ass sample, and then it's like, psych, bitch, it's some other shit. Like,
Yeah,
that shit be killing me, dog. I'll be
so they
like,
be
why?
trolling us, bro.
Why?
But this album is just I can't wait till they do a part two. They have to do a part two, bro.
Mm.
They have to. This is just
Mhm.
it's a fucking crime if they don't, man. And they just have fun in it, bro. It's like
This is gonna
some
be
people
one
were
of them
saying that it
joints
wasn't
where,
mixed down well. Huh?
yeah, it's gonna be one of them joints where you said, like, say they had so much fun where it's like, whenever they're gonna do their own thing because they JPEG be everywhere producing, making his own shit.
No, JPEG's coming out with an album too.
Yeah,
He just brought out an album he did a long time ago. I think he just redid it or something. So came out with
yeah. I
that.
feel
I
like
think at the end of last year.
they're gonna probably link back up in the future. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they have to,
They're
bro.
gonna let this though. They're gonna let this fester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say maybe end of the year next year. This year, I mean, maybe, but yeah, probably next year for sure. But they gotta do something though. But yeah, this album is just insane, insane.
This is gonna be like the super alternative mad villainy. Like the fans are gonna be like, we need the sequel, and we never get it. we ain't gonna get it till like
Nah, don't even say that, bro.
Yeah,
Don't
years
even
later.
say that,
Niggas ain't even
bro.
know it dropped and shit. Like,
Now with that ass, he will find that shit.
Bro, it's like that Earl Sweatshirt and Alchemist album. I think it was this one that they had on the internet for years or some shit.
yep, that it on YouTube,
Mm.
just sitting and shit.
Oh, just on a different name.
Oh my god, that shit kills me every time because I still can't
It's
find
such a troll
it.
move, bro.
Can't find
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
son.
man.
We here. Number
Yeah, number
one.
Numero
one.
uno. Numero uno. Why this is my number one for sure is because it came from left field. I was not expecting this at all. I low key fought myself not to like it, and it just kept getting better and better and better as I continuously listened to this shit. And I was just like, how the fuck did this dude do this? And the person is Little Yachty with Let's Start Here.
Mm.
Dog, that album is a phenomenon, bro. Like I just don't, just to get my only gripe about it is that I don't feel like he really pushed this album as it should have been pushed. Like he dropped fire records after. I'm not taking nothing after that. Everything he did after this album is amazing, and reasons why he's my MVP of 2023. Like you go back and listen to Get Your Bars Off podcast, we talk about it. But when I was like, when I seen this album, I'm like, oh, this shit hard. Boom, 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 boom. I can't wait to see the videos for this shit, bro. I feel like it was gonna be dope, trippy, all that weird shit. Cause he had his listening session. It was like some trippy type, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I think they did it in the
Fortune,
Hollywood
yeah.
Bowl. Yeah. So I'm thinking the visuals gonna be some dope shit. All of that. I think I only got one video from this fucking album, bro. Like, I think. Let me just make sure if I'm not tripping, bro. I know he dropped some videos for the singles after, but I don't think he dropped videos for this for these albums, for these songs. Let me just make sure, son. Yeah, the only videos he got out for this joint is Paint the Sky, which is a dope record. Oh no, no, sorry. Say Something. Say Something. That's the video he got out. And then like he got, you know what I'm saying, performances on Saturday Night Live and shit like that. Whoop de whoop, which is cool. It's cool. It's cool. But the visuals, man, they would have been fucking amazing. I felt like it would have made the album like I think the album itself still can like do its thing alone. But bro, if you would have pushed this shit like it would need to been pushed, this really could have been like on some like hip hop Pink Floyd shit, bro. Like it really could have been. And he knows what he was doing with this shit. Like the nigga was like getting his fucking trippy vibes and shit like that, and started listening to the music and got inspired and said, "Fuck it, let's do an album on this shit." And the shit was a vibe, bro. And I'll be honest, maybe got a little biased because I was doing like, you know what I'm saying, shrooms heavy during this time, you know what I'm saying? It was on the shrooms and shit. So just that music just started to like hit perfectly. But outside of that, like dog, it's when I'm not even on shrooms, I listen to the shit and it's still vibes, bro. Like Drive Me Crazy is one of my favorite songs of the year, bro. It's just an amazing, just like record, pop record, good, just little like whatever back and forth duet type shit, whatever shit I was never expecting to see from Yachty, bro. And he knocked it out the park with a lot of this shit, bro. I gotta give the man his credit, bro. Like from literally beginning, once again, from beginning to end, I was in awe, bro. Black Seminole, fire start, the ride, dope. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Teasel touchdown, running out of time. Another one of my favorite records. Pretty, another one of my favorite records, bro. Fucking Drive Me Crazy. I said that. Officially Lost Vision. Boy, tell me about it. And like I said, man, songs like Say Something, Paint the Sky, just like I said, Yachty out of his comfort zone and doing like I said, little poppy R&B esque type records, and these shits are actually really fucking good. Like I'm like, yo, why is he not like pushing these shits? But it's like the nigga's just in a whole different creative bag right now, where it's like I could do this and fucking I'm on some whole other shit that I can get off too. That's just as good, and I'm just like, yo, this I gotta give it to him, bro. That's why I couldn't even be mad at a certain point because I'm just like, dog, I'm fucking with the singles he putting out. So it's like, fuck it, it's just more music I can listen to. Fuck it at this point, dog. I can still listen to this album and be amazed with it. Like, nigga even had Dame Caesar on this shit. Like, what the fuck? Little hidden features and shit, bro. That's the thing I'd love to. You had the hidden features. So it was a lot of really good shit
Yeah,
on
I
here, man.
always enjoy the hidden features.
A lot of good shit on here, man. Like I said, my album of the year, dude knocked it out the park. You could tell from the year he had, he's just been on fire from dropping singles. That's been crazy. Strike is one of the best singles, you know what I'm saying, of the year. Then what he's doing after that, you know what I'm saying, building his label. Caribou is, you know what I'm saying, set up to be one of the next, you know what I'm saying, looked at, you know what I'm saying, new artists in 2024 after all of the dope features. I mean, features she did and the freestyles. Like, he's moving and grooving. The nigga even got an Air Force One coming out. Like
Yeah.
the nigga is winning right now, bro. I can't even cap, bro. I would literally put my hand on the Bible and tell you I was not a fucking Yachty fan. The year like before this album came out, I was not a Yachty fan, bro. I was not listening to his music. I just seen this shit. I was like, what was this? And my man told me, like, yo, you might like this joint, bro. I was like, let me just see. Heard the first record, I was like, what the fuck? The fuck is y'all? Oh I was looking at my girl at the time. I'm like, yo, you hear this shit? She was like, you can't
You know
stop.
about this?
I'm like, dog, this because at first I'm like, is he trying to be on his Steve Lacy shit? Like,
Mm.
but I'm just like, as a moralist, I'm like, this shit low key better than what Steve Lacy even put out. Like, shit, this
Oh
shit better.
shit.
Shit,
Mm.
bruh, his Steve Lacy album was my favorite album of the year prior. So it's like
Yeah.
this shit was better than. So it's like I couldn't even front like he was trying. Like he exceeded what I was with the type of shit he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give Yachty his credit. Great 2023. Great way to start the year with that album. My favorite of the year. It held the test of time. If
Mm.
an album can do that, After Hours did that, Gemini Rights did that, this did that. And those albums were my top three for the last 3 years.
Mm.
I mean, my number ones for the last 3 years.
Mm. Yeah, I felt like that with Victory Lap with Nipsey. That dropped at the top of the year for 18 and it remained number one for me like throughout the whole year. Still is one of my favorite albums to this year. To this
To this
day.
day.
Word. To this day.
Not that dirty.
You heard? All right, man. So my number one, yo, listen. I know people out there is wondering, they kind of confused, but you already know who it is. You talking to the leader of the Nasralites. You hear me? Like, so number one
Shut
album,
it down. Shut it
the number
down.
one album of the year is Nas with Magic 3. Shout out to Magic 2. It did make my honorable mentions. It didn't make the album top 10 though, but it was definitely I think Magic 2 sits better after a little while of re-listening to it. Like he just got some good records on it. But anyway, Magic 3 though, from beginning to end, Fever starts it off, talking about if you're from New York City, you know about the Fever club days, so definitely like it was definitely a nice little throwback for me to hear him talking about some of those events, TSK, another great record. Superhero status, man. Like Nas is literally at that status too. Like he's built himself from his career, coming from projects, you know what I'm saying, to having a beef with somebody who's considered one of the greatest MCs of all time, and Jay-Z, him having to go get out of his deal, finally get his money right, you know what I'm saying? He got into a divorce badly with his so Nas went through some turmoil real quick and then finally coming back, and starting at 2020 and then consistently dropping six albums. Some of them are great, some of them were classics, some of them were all right. You know, um, yeah, you know what type of time I'm on, Dan. But yeah, so man, so shout out to him with that. I love this thing. It's one of my favorite records off of this album too. Him telling us, what I'm saying, like he loves music, and you can really see that throughout this six album project with Hit Boy. He's really fell back in love with music to the point where he's like he just having fun and he's just talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? Only way Esco can talk shit. No Tears, the Never Die record with Lil Wayne. So another like you said, Wayne went on a crazy feature run this year, so this one is no exception. Wayne came through, he delivered. Wayne came through and delivered off that track with Benny, like he's been coming through and been cooking shit. So I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen with Wayne throughout the rest of 2024 coming up. Based on true events, just so many great records off this album right here. Sitting with my thoughts, and then to close the record, the Japanese Soul Bar, another great fucking record. Them even talking about a lot of the different things that's happened in the 90s. He's just having different audio clips from certain events. So I think that's very, very like smart of him to, especially like I said, we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop. So that's a great little way to have some homage to things, So they had a little small clip of Nas back in the day. Whoa, I actually hit the button on the record. But yeah, and then of course to close out the album with 1-800 Nas a hit, another great way just to end that the album, and Nas, if that's a real number, I would be calling it, but it ain't a real number, and I would love for it to be a real number. Cause I need that new album for y'all guys, like 2024. Like, stop playing me. Take a break if you want. Take the year off. 2025, come back. Just like make everybody forget about it. Like, oh yeah, y'all thought we was done. Nah, album number 7. What up? You stop playing, or even give me a Primo album at this point. Um, but definitely I need more music from Nas. He's had a great run in his last 3 years, man.
Let him retire, bro.
Nah, he's not one of them niggas that need to put the pen down.
Shout out Jordan.
He is not one of them niggas that need to put the pen down. But yeah, so
Nah, he's still good.
shout out to Nas, man. Shout out to everything he's got going on. Shout out to Mass Appeal and everything that they're doing over there. Dan, what's up? Number one.
You already know what time it
I
is,
know
man.
who it is.
You already know what time it is, man. Bro, I played this album like at least 5 times the last week alone, bro. I've The amount of times I played this album the last year is disgusting, bro. I played the whole album 95% of the time, the whole way through, every single time. And it's like a 40-minute album. Yeah, 44 minutes. Coming from Backwoods Studios, May 5th, 2023. Maps of Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel. There's this album is everything, bro. Danny Brown, Quelly Chris, A$AP Rock. The singers on here, like I told you, those two singles should have been Grammy nominations, bro. This man is impossible, bro. The run is insane. The rhyme style is insane.
Billy Woods is dope.
No, bro, he's not dope. He's fucking crazy with it, bro. To rap different, to approach records differently, to approach storytelling differently, and not from an ABC chronological type of way. That is exactly what I want from an artist, to break the mold from what we hear all the time. And that's exactly what this guy does every single time. And with this album is the album that is the easiest one to get into if you want to get into Billy Woods, which is fucking nuts coming in the fact that it's like his like eighth album or something. Bro, it's just Kenny Siegel with the beats was just insane this whole album, bro. Every single transition, the short ones, the long ones, everything on this album is pure. This album is like Black on Both Sides, like Mos Def, Matt Villainy, where I love these albums from a solo artist album. You know, because if I was talking about duos, I would say Run the Jewels from the last one I heard. That's like that good. This fucking fucks me up every time I hear it, bro. Every single time. It is insane, bro. Insane.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Billy Woods, man. When I was looking at the list earlier too, I was like, damn, I didn't listen to that album enough for it to make my top 10, but I have been going back and listening to his other stuff, and I'm like, nah, Billy is nice though. I'll definitely give it to him. So
Billy
shout out
is
to
a
him.
writer, bro. This guy is insane,
Nah, he
bro.
is. He definitely is, bro.
Shout out to Billy Woods. I've been hearing, Los talks about him heavy on the pod over there too. So I definitely see the work is moving.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's been cooking, man. You know. All right, gentlemen. So there you go. There you have it. Top 10 albums for 2023 for what a year. Yo, want to thank you again, Ari, for coming on, man. It's always amazing to have you on the show, bro.
You already know, man.
You know what I'm saying? But let the people know once again where to find you, where to follow you at, and all that extra good shit.
Yo, you already know, man. Follow me at Ari Starks on all social media, man. Follow Get Your Bars Off podcast, Get Your Bars Off network on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? All DSPs. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Get those followers up, man. Definitely want to get us up to like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to make the mark at least in that 500 for the year, man. We can get to that goal. We are definitely turning up, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the year, son. So a lot of things, a lot of goals for 2024. Get Your Bars Off podcast, Get Your Bars Off network. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the pod families. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to C.P.E. Shout out to what you guys are doing over here with a year. Always love coming on here to, you know what I'm saying, talk about these albums, man. When y'all talk about, you know what I'm saying, when y'all get into these 90s, I might have to pull up and have to drop some R&B joints up in here for y'all too, man.
Yeah, I just want to know why you and I didn't have Michael in our top 10, bro.
Reason why I didn't have him, it was honorable mention. Because like I said, I had it was mixy. If I just had strictly rap, it would be in my top 10.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I guess I have no excuse.
Yeah. Other than that, man, like I said, I'm definitely down to come through and talk about none of these joints, man, because I've been getting into my OG, you know what I'm saying, 90s bag, bro, and finding some deep cuts and shit. So I'm around for the next month. Let's just put the bat signal in there, man.
I got you, bro. Yeah, but we already know Bradley wants 99 and 96, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. I'm
right.
cool
Yo,
with that.
he's
I'm
like,
cool
yo,
with
when you
that.
get to them 90s, man, 96 and 99, I need that.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with
People
Yeah.
are
that.
reserving spots ASAP.
Yo, for real, for real. I'm like, yo, we might even just jump ahead to like to like 99 or something like that just to get you guys on real quick, you know. But
You
yeah,
know what we know we're gonna do? We should like get a bunch of paper, put the years, crumple it up, pull one out, and do that year.
okay. I'm down to do that shit.
We'll do like a decade, so we'll do the 2000s, then we'll do the 90s, and go back and forth like that.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Mix it up a little bit.
All right, for sure, man. But yeah, man, and you guys already know where to find us over here. CP Podcast everywhere, or your DSPs, or social media platforms. Also, just come follow us. You can follow me at Chief Chris 929 on all social media platforms. And you know, like I said, first episode. Well, this will probably be out after that. But Bronx Bushido Boys is officially going to be out soon. On January 19th will be the first episode with me and my son for our anime/gaming podcast. So that one, look forward to that. Always, like I said, shout out to the brothers at All Mark. Shout out to Adrian with Suplex Dining Club. And everything he's got going on over there, man. And of course, my brothers over there, Get Your Balls podcast. Shout out to the guys over there at the Wind Down podcast with Dion and Yanni and everybody else that's out there support us, man. Um, like I said, just run the numbers up. We appreciate you. Subscribe to YouTube. If you're watching this right now, obviously you subscribe to the YouTube. So check us out, man. With that being said, we are out of here. Peace and blessing, people.
Peace.
Holla.